going to stream. So then if you want to catch the recording for this, you can catch the recording for it. Okay. I'm so tired of folks running out to agencies to waste money on buying lists. I'm so tired of people talking about bandit signs. I'm tired of like this whole auction thing. You can't even go to auctions anymore. There's social distancing going on. And those methods, they just flat out do not work. They don't work because right now the market has changed. We're in the middle of what's probably will be called a recession in a couple of quarters. They can't call it that officially that right now, but we all know what's happening right now. And we also all know that people are home right now. If you want to touch base with sellers, if you want to get to them and actually help them, you got to follow these 3 principles on social media, okay? These 3 principles will be the guide for you. And I'm going to do a share screen with you so you can actually see this. I think it'll pop up on your screen right now. Should be. Yep, it is. Okay, good. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. This is going to be super fast, okay? These 3 points. Number 1, marketing agency. This was me. This is my journey. I spent, you can see here, the actual copies of the transfers I did from my Bank of America bank account. I paid a marketing agency 3 payments of $4,000 each. And say, Nate, how many deals from that 12 grand that you put in, plus all the ad money that you put in, plus paying a monthly retainer for ad management? This was just to build the funnel out. Ask me how many deals I did from that funnel. The answer is 0. I did 0 deals from that funnel. Okay. And I thought, wow, I got a really expensive funnel here. It's not producing any results, but something's wrong. So I need to have someone else take a look at this. So I found another marketing agency. I spent $4,300 with them. I ended up getting no leads. And I actually went back and I asked them for a refund because I got no leads, which was even worse than the first one. And what I quickly learned is that, well, number 1, they couldn't do a refund. But number 2, moreover, is that they said, you know what, Nate, I'm so sorry, but you can't, I'm like, at least give me what you built because I want to take it and play with it and run it myself. And they said, well, Nate, we can't because we built the ads on our ad manager and we built the whole funnel inside of our CRM. And we can't just give you a login for our CRM. And I'm like, what? You kidding me? So I got hit twice, bang, bang. And I did not have money to be playing with at this time when I was actually trying to get my ads to work like this. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And so then I made it my mission that I was going to figure out these ads myself. And I ended up hiring somebody to teach it to me. And I just said, hey, I don't want it built. I know you're using it every day. You're a real estate investor. You're using it every day successfully. Teach me. I'm going to pay you. And that's what I did. That's the journey that I went down. And then I really figured out how to do this stuff. And I also played with a chat bot and I didn't get any of that stuff to work. But what I realized in the whole thing is it wasn't necessarily the fault of these agencies, so to speak. Not at all. Agencies, they were doing what they knew best to do. They were taking my stuff and trying to put it on the internet the same way that they do for other clients. Here's the problem with that. Most agencies, they're doing this for chiropractors, dentists, attorneys, small businesses, all that kind of stuff galore. Real estate investor is one of many that they're doing it for. Therefore, they are not a specialist in speaking motivated seller. Let me say that again. They don't speak motivated seller. You and I probably speak motivated seller better than they do because we're in the business. We know the pains that a seller goes through. A probate seller is much, much different than someone that right now they lost their income source. Maybe they lost their job and all this craziness that's going on, or they're furloughed right now and they can't pay their mortgage. These 2 sellers are very, very different. Okay. So you got to be able to market differently to them if you want to make social media work. Yeah, sure. You could put up the old we buy houses cash kind of sign, but that is general marketing. And general marketing ends up costing you more in the end than specific or niche marketing. If you can actually niche down and really get inside the conversation that's going on inside the seller's head, like this probate seller over here, they're usually in their 50s. They're inheriting the house from mom and dad. They're tired of arguing with their brother and sister of what to do with the house. They're tired of showing up during the probate process or paying the probate attorney. They don't know what to do with all mom and dad's stuff. If you know those things about the seller and you can really enter their world, then you can speak to them through social media marketing. And that's where the agency model, they get paid whether you get success or not. And so the agency model doesn't always work for that reason. Okay. So if you, however, get in there and you figure this stuff out and you've got the right blueprint to guide you, you can make this stuff really, really work. Okay. So that's why you can see on my big board back there that I did a big X on the old marketing agency. Now, I'm not saying I hate marketing agencies. There's a time and a place. After you know how to run your ads and you know how to manage, then it's a good time for you to delegate to them, but not in reverse order. They shouldn't be doing everything for you. I do not agree with that at all, especially if you like your money. If you hate your money, you go ahead and do what you want. It's kind of the same principle as hiring a property manager. The best management of a property manager is done after you've done the landlording thing yourself, after you know what it feels like to go through the process. Then hiring a property manager is an awesome experience because you know what to look for. You know who the right people are, all that kind of stuff. Okay. Next one up here, social media versus the old methods. I hear all the time, well, Nate, like these old methods, I'm going to cold call. That's cheaper. I'm going to cold call it, or I'm going to do bandit signs, or I'm going to do auctions. Here's the thing. I'm blessed right now. Like, thank God I'm stuck here in my office. I'm stuck in my home office right here, just like you, just like the rest of America right now. And being stuck here, I can't go outside the house, but I'm still doing real estate deals. I just got done doing this one that's up on your screen right now. I bought this thing during this COVID craziness and I sold it during the COVID craziness. I didn't have to like buy this way in advance of COVID. No, this was during the COVID craziness. I bought it and sold it. Now, how many of you can say that about other methods? Like, you can't go to auctions right now. You can't do bandit signs. Well, you can, but no one's driving around, so they're not going to work. The cold calling, people are so annoyed with cold calling. They don't want to be hassled by somebody saying, sell your house to me, sell your house to me. So right now, getting them on social media is the most powerful thing that you can possibly do. You want to get their attention where they are. And when they come to you asking you for help, it's a totally different equation, So this house here, the other cool thing is I never walked in, I never met the seller, I never met the buyer. I literally did all the contracts through DocuSign. I had someone else helping me with the deal. But the point is that everything can be done online if you're sticking inside the world of social media. Okay. Same thing with the buyer side too. Totally. Okay. The last one. Everyone comes and says, well, if I'm going to use this social media thing, I've got to have this big following. No, you don't. Remove that thought from your head. You literally, we've taken accounts from 0 following to leads within 10 days, 0 following. Okay. I don't have a giant following. If you look up Nate Buys Houses or Jennifer Buys Houses, my 2 brands, there's not a big following there. Literally, it's just my wife and I, but we get deals from it all the time. I'm getting leads coming to me every single day of the week from ads. If you pay Facebook to put you in front of people, guess what? They will put you in front of people. So I just wanted to hit these things. And I'm just tired of the misconceptions that are out there about I have to have an agency or I have to have this big following on social media. You don't. You simply don't. This stuff is easier than you think. Okay. There's 3 measurements. This is the last thing I'm going to give you for now. There's 3 measurements you need to track in this business. Number 1, your leads in. Okay. You got to know. You have to know that because you got to track, you're going to track a conversion from each of these steps. And number 3, how many offers are you making? Now, yes, of course, you're going to want accepted offers, but if you track those first 3 numbers and you really track it week to week, you're going to see where you're falling off and where you're doing better every single week. That we call those KPIs, key performance indicators. If you start tracking those 3 KPIs and you apply what I'm talking about right here, your business can really do well right now. We're watching it happen to a lot of our members because people are home right now. So don't retreat. Don't back off from your advertising. As long as you're doing it the right way, as long as you're following the right blueprints, you can get a lot of sellers coming to you and you can help them. And this is probably one of the strongest times that I'm seeing sellers actually need help right now. Sellers, some of them have lost their jobs. Like they're reaching out looking for help. And it's time for you and I as real estate investors to step up and help them. Okay, I appreciate you. I'm gonna fly for now, but I'll catch you more tomorrow. Thanks.